In 1978, the Atlanta Falcons climbed to the edge of greatness, only to skid back down in 1979. But in 1980, these Falcons began climbing again. And in the 8th week, Atlanta faced the mountain they would have to scale to become champions. It did not take long for the Los Angeles Rams, division winners for 7 consecutive years, to realize that these young Falcons were on the rise. But in a tight physical duel, one play threatened Atlanta with defeat. The Rams took a 10-6 lead and held it through the game's final minutes. But even against improbable odds, these Falcons never lost their poise.
Here it is, 4th and 11 at the Falcon 46. Bartkowski back to throw. Here come the Rams.
There it is. There it is. There
Bart's got time. He's going long.
There it is.
He's got Jackson. He catches it. Falcons win 13-10.
Atlanta had conquered the summit of the NFC's Western Division with a throw so perfect and a catch so remarkable, there simply was no adequate defense for such a play. However, it is superior resources, not wild strokes of fortune, which account for a team's achievements. In 1980, the Atlanta Falcons discovered, then developed these resources to produce the most exciting year in the history of the franchise. The 1980 Falcons were the unknown soldiers of pro football. 21 players possessed 2 years of NFL experience or less. The veterans included a linebacker with a degree in kinesiology and a free safety who was a member of the West Virginia House of Delegates. Atlanta's punter, John James, never played football until his junior year in college. There was also a gourmet cook with a recipe for making all-pro offensive tackle, a tiny wide receiver who looked like an apprentice jockey, and a born-again quarterback. The Falcons featured more personalities than a Tennessee Williams play. But while they were exciting to watch,
oh my gosh,
for 6 weeks they lost as many games as they won. However, one point was clear. This was not the Keystone Cops in cleats. Merely the NFL's second youngest team marching toward NFL contention, the unifying theme of Eddie LeBaron's organization.
We feel that the better the organization gets, the better the team will get. It's a matter of scouting and making sure that all the pieces fit together and work well together, and I'm just kind of the piece fitter, I guess.
Since 1977, the scouting of Tom Bratz and his staff and the subsequent Falcon drafting may have been the NFL's best. These picks include runners James Mayberry and Lynn Kane, number 21, who rushed for over 900 yards in 1980. Before the joint arrival of Kane and fullback William Andrews in the '79 draft, Atlanta hadn't seen a ground attack since Sherman marched through Georgia. Of Andrews, a third-round selection, Bennett has said, "I feel like a guy who buys a Cadillac and finds out he can get 30 miles to a gallon." Number 31 could do more than punish defensive backs. He could stun the biggest with his blocks. had the ability to catch passes, 51 in all, his 1,308 yards rushing, and it was evident that the best all-around back in pro football played for the Atlanta Falcons in 1980. Using early draft choices like Andrews and Kane, the Falcons have solved their personnel puzzle. Assembled by Lehman Bennett, these pieces have formed the portrait of an entertaining and opportunistic football team. Atlanta's devotion to building a contender through the draft continued in 1980, beginning with first-round selection Junior Miller. This tight end proved to be the final piece in the offensive puzzle, and his 9 touchdown receptions set a new Falcon record. But the biggest impact from 1980's draft was felt on defense. All year long, many wondered how the Falcons could start 2 rookies and a second-year player at the vital linebacker positions. The answer was simple. These were outstanding athletes who could literally run down their inexperience from behind. Eighth-round pick Al Richardson led the team with 7 interceptions, and second-round choice Buddy Curry led the team in tackles. Waiver find Joel Williams collected 16 quarterback traps, the second-best total in the NFL. When you added number 54, veteran Fulton Kuykendall, and rookie Jim Laughlin, Atlanta played with the best young core of linebackers in the National Football League.
You think we don't have some guys going to that ball when it's those linebackers? Watch the linebackers, man. It's fun to watch them.
These men were the heart and soul of Atlanta's vastly improved defense. A fact the Detroit Lions learned the hard way.
The red wave is washing ashore here in Atlanta Stadium today. Danielson drops to throw, looks to his left side. Falcons are blitzing, and they get him! And it's fumbled. It's picked up by Atlanta. Running with the ball for the touchdown is...
The alert linebackers keyed a 43-27 rout of then unbeaten Detroit. While Atlanta's aggressive youth spurred its defensive revival, just as important was the play and leadership of veterans Jeff Merrill, Roland Lawrence, Fulton Kuykendall, and Jeff Yates, number 79. In 1980, the Falcons employed 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, the 3-4 defense, an alignment that fit defenders Don Smith, Wilson Famwina, Mike Zealy, Edgar Fields, Bob Glazebrook, Tom Pridemore, and Kenny Johnson as snugly as their helmets. In the 9th week, Atlanta bottled up the AFC Eastern Division champion Buffalo Bills, and a 30-14 victory over the NFL's top-ranked defense confirmed an offensive belief as well.
We feel we could score anytime, any place, on any team. Our offense feel that, the quarterback feel that, and the receivers with 3 seconds left on the clock is telling Bart, throw to me. As long as there's time on the clock, we can score.
Almost everything that happened to them happened late. And it seemed like the Falcons shined their brightest when the glow of the spotlight was fading. Three second-half touchdowns tied the score at 27, and several defensive adjustments pulled the rug out from under the Cardinal offense. In the final minutes, a Joel Williams blitz led to an Al Richardson interception, sending the game into overtime, where once more the Falcons proved it's not solely a team's performance, but also the character that competition brings out in the team.
Ray Strong wants to sweep to the right side, gets a block inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Ray Strong breaks off right tackle for a 21-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons win in overtime at St. Louis, 33-27. What a ball game.
Once again, Atlanta's comeback catalyst was Steve Bartkowski. In his 6th year, Bart was finally flying through pro football's blue skies. Number 10 enjoyed his finest year because after 4 years of rebuilding, both the Falcons and Steve were coming of age together. Bart passed for 3,544 yards and a league-leading 31 touchdown passes. Both marks were Falcon records. Steve Bartkowski was an opportunist who kept his team in the battle when the cause seemed lost, simply by using the talents of many. There were wide receivers Wallace Francis and Alfred Jackson. There was a huge tight end, Junior Miller, and the smallest wide receiver in pro football, Alfred Jenkins, who could run as far as Bart could throw. Until this season, Jenkins was a well-kept secret that opponents kept trying to bury. There was a way to stop Jenkins deep. It's called pass interference. But first, you must catch him, a task that wasn't easy during a season of both achievement and frustration for Alfred Jenkins.
Haven't had any national publicity. A guy like me, 5'9½", 155 pounds, I've gained 1,000 yards this year. I haven't gotten any respect, or no respect at all.
As the season progressed, it was simply impossible not to recognize the talents of Jenkins and his teammates as they built the NFL's longest winning streak of the year, 9 games. The Falcons were stalking a division championship. And on the season's 14th Sunday, their hunt continued in Philadelphia. The mark of a champion isn't how a team plays when leading. It's how it plays when it's behind. quick Eagle touchdowns put a comeback burden on the broad shoulders of Atlanta's offensive line. And true to form, these big men responded. Guards Dave Scott and R.C. Thielman cleared a path that ran for 183 yards. Center Jeff Van Note, tackles Warren Bryant and All-Pro Mike Ken carved drives of 99 and 60 yards out of the Philadelphia defense. With the score deadlocked at 17, Atlanta's young defense fiercely contracted.
Come on, boys, coming out!
Finally, with less than a minute remaining, the Falcons followed their imposing line down the field to victory. An ordeal fought by so many came down to the effort of one, place kicker Tim Mazzette. The Falcons now stood only one victory away from a Western Division championship, a distinction they had always wanted but never had.
Bartkowski's going to go long. He's looking for Francis. He catches it at the 40. He's going to go all the way. Yes!
At home against the San Francisco 49ers, Atlanta produced a precise resume of their 1980 season.
All right, babe, all right, here we go. May pop!
5 touchdowns earned them the championship of the NFC's Western Division for the first time ever in 15 years.
What a joyous moment it is in Atlanta, Georgia, as the Falcons are nearing their first ever NFC Division Championship. Montana's going to throw. Falcons have a 4-man rush on. Fumble! They're going after the ball. Al Richardson has fallen on it in the end zone. Falcons have scored again. Oh, brother!
It has been a while. Yep. I guess they think we're for real now, huh? They've got to.
Hey, all right. I tell you, I just want to say congratulations to you, and I'm so very, very proud. Hey, it didn't come easy. We paid a tremendous price, or you people paid the price, and you're rewarded for it today, and we're a step closer to what we all want.
Here we go, Falcons! Here we go! Here we go, Falcons! Here we go! The Atlanta Falcons are the Western Division champions of the NFC with a 12-4 record, and they are favorites in this game with the Cowboys today. But all that can be said about this game today is that either the Cowboys or the Falcons will be taking one step more toward the Super Bowl in 1981.
From the very beginning, Atlanta played the same game that brought them to the NFL playoffs. The Falcons seemed so strongly constructed that for nearly 3.5 quarters, the outcome was never in question. But late in the 4th quarter, a comfortable 27-17 Falcon advantage began to slip away. Falcon fortune slipped further when number 72 Ed Jones of the Cowboys stumbled into a key 3rd down play. Merely trying to keep from going off sides, Jones accidentally closed a huge hole created by Falcon guard Dave Scott. And instead of a first down and a chance to run out the clock, Dallas took the season's next big step. Shockingly, it ended. But let's put 1980 into perspective. Losing to Dallas was just one of those disappointing moments all great young teams have on the way to the Super Bowl. Atlanta's list of achievements revealed not only how far they had come, but how far they can go, beginning with 12 victories. Wins that came against the NFL's finest. Their defense, built around a core of youth, hit like all pros. And only 4 were better statistically. Atlanta's offensive line, led by Mike Ken, was outstanding, whether blocking for the best running tandem in football or the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Topping the list was the championship of the NFC's Western Division, an accomplishment unique for a team so young. Yet the best part is that these maturing stars will all be back.